We are all given the gift of life, but what we do with it is up to us. It is like receiving a blank painting canvas. You can paint a meaningless mess, or you can paint a beautiful and meaningful masterpiece. What you paint does not depend on your tools. It depends on your mind. It depends on your thinking. In order to paint something beautiful, you need to have a vision or blueprint in your mind. Likewise, in order to create a meaningful life, you need to have a clear vision for your life. A lot of people don't have a vision for their life, and so they are not grounded in anything. Where the wind blows, they go. Where their friends say they must go, they go. What their friends say they must do, they do. How your life turns out ultimately boils down to your decisions and consistent actions. Your circumstances don't determine your ultimate destiny. Your habitual thoughts do. If you don't have a target to reach, your decisions and actions will have no regulatory or guiding system for you to be disciplined and self-controlled. In his classic book, Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins coined the term Niagara Syndrome to describe his observation of human behavior, where the majority of our decisions are not made consciously. According to Robbins, life is like a river, and most people jump on the river of life without really deciding where they want to end up. Ultimately, they get caught up in the currents of life, current events, current fears, current jobs, current behaviors, current trends, current challenges, and so on and so forth. As they navigate the river, they never really decide where they want to go and which direction is right for them, so they go with the flow of public opinion, the flow of what makes the most money, the flow of what everyone else is doing. Instead of being directed by their own values and motivations, most people are directed by their environment, and they feel out of control as a result. They remain in this ignorant flow until they suddenly find themselves on the verge of the Niagara Falls, where their very life or well-being is at the risk of taking a deadly fall, be it a financial fall, a health fall, a relationship collapse, etc. It is now that they begin to wonder, how did I get here? It is at this desperate moment that they start thinking about the meaning of their lives and what is really important. Someone once said, there is nothing that reminds us of living than the idea of looming death. In other words, there is nothing that awakens us from the slumber of ignorance than the thought of losing what we have been taking for granted. For example, you have not seen the expression of affection if you have not seen a man who had been cheating and taking their spouse for granted suddenly change and start going out of their way to please their partner because their partner has finally decided to leave them, found someone else, or is no longer giving them the attention they have been taking for granted. You need to pause in the middle of the chaos and business of life and ask yourself these questions. Where is my life actually going? Through my current behaviors and habits, am I headed in the right direction? If your current lifestyle or behaviors are not consistent with your vision, then you need to change your lifestyle and stop certain behaviors. The Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. It is better to choose right while in the position of comfort than to be forced to choose right because you no longer have options or because you are now desperate. Some of the challenges you are now facing could have been avoided if you made better decisions earlier on. If you don't make a conscious decision about the direction of your life, you will get stuck in the mode of reacting to life and putting out fires that could have been avoided. Success in any area is not haphazard. It is intentional. No matter who you are, your ultimate destiny depends on three critical decisions, namely your decisions about what you focus on or what you commit to. This will be your foundation informing your behavior and actions. Number 2, your decisions about what your experiences or events mean to you. Number 3, your decisions about your actions towards attaining your goals. These 3 decisions literally shape the destinies of great men and women, and even the destinies of communities and nations. To avoid the Niagara Falls, you need to make resolute decisions about what you stand for, your financial goals, your relationship goals, your health goals, and your psychological or emotional goals, and start living each day intentionally as guided by those goals.